Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm back. Hope everyone's doing well in my little time off since my last video. But after this video, I will make a little update of the channel explaining why I've kind of been away, not being able to make videos, and like what's going to go on with the channel. But in this video, I just wanted to show off my new ride that I just got last week. I wanted to make this video around the time I got it, but then I just got caught up with things that just had to push it off now. But last Monday, I got a 2011 Jeep Compass, which, yeah, it's not like anything special, but it's been an upgrade to what my last car is. And here's a picture for those who don't know what it is. I will show that right now. Photo credit to my boy Cole Mercanja for it back when I went to the Y, and I asked him to do it because I was wearing my Letterman that day. But here's a picture of it. Alright, so now you saw what my last car is. Now here are a couple of clips that I took of my new car that I just recently received. So my thoughts on the car for driving it over a week, definitely a lot smoother than my last car. I am not worried anytime when I drive it or make turns that something's gonna end up happening to it. The fact that it's not a huge rust bucket anymore like my old one, because that thing was falling apart. I definitely couldn't if I brought that to college, I would have been in massive trouble because I needed to get the car inspected not too long when I entered Kent. But and my parents didn't want me to have it for my first semester to enjoy the college life, but I'll explain why I never really truly did that until from February, when I actually started experiencing college life. But and for months now on end, when I was still in Pittsburgh, when I was still living with them, we have been in search of a brand new car. The main car we were looking at for a while was I think it was a 2013 Subaru Legacy was the car we were looking at. And then shortly after that, when we were physically looking at it, checking it out, is when everything happened with my parents. And I really couldn't worry about the car at the time anymore. So when I finally moved here to Chicago, because knowing this car was not going to be good and I want to go back, see my family in Pittsburgh, that Jeep Liberty was not going to make it at all. Or if it would barely make it. It was too much worrying with driving that car back and forth a few hundred miles through 3 states. So my grandmother knew, and especially I knew too, not just from the driving, with my grandmother being from outside of Cleveland and my father being from Erie, and most of my family still live in Erie, we know what the lakefront winters do. We know how much worse they get, and my old car would not survive a winter here. It struggled getting through a Pittsburgh winter because I will tell a little story about it. When Barbie was in Pittsburgh and we met for the first time, and we went to the incline, and after we left the incline, we were turning on the bridge. Not my fault, by the way, but when I was starting to turn, and I was going slow in the turn, my back wheels just lost it. So if that's what happens with that car in a pit city, winters are not as bad as city winters here. We knew for sure a new car was needed. So after a bit of searching, we found it, and I've been enjoying the Jeep. I've always enjoyed the Jeep, and it was like we saw it, I liked it. She called the guy who I had a dealership, like at the dealership, and then I went down the next day, test drove it, felt good with it. And then the next time I went a couple days later was to go get all the finances set. And then after all of that was done, I had to wait another 48 hours. And then once that 48-hour waiting period to make sure all the payment was through, I finally got it. I've been enjoying it since. It's a nice looking ride. I can't wait to do a little modeling on the inside, get a new radio with a screen, because since I've kind of had to do a lot more, I've had to do street parking and a lot of tight parking spaces here. I kind of want a rear view camera to feel a little more comfortable when I'm doing that kind of stuff, like parallel and close knit reverse, out of a parking spot. And then I'll get new stickers for the back windshield and do a little touch up once I start making money again. And plus it feels so good, because when the car doors in my last one got changed, I had no speakers, so I had no music for months, other than playing it off my phone, but it wasn't as good. I had no music in the car for months since I dropped out of Kent. It was absolutely miserable, especially driving here. It was miserable. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy the new whip. I am now back. The next video, I'm going to explain what's going to go on with the channel, since I've had a little bit leave of absence. But until next time, for this one, like it, subscribe, comment, and share it with all your friends and family. Let's spread the word of being real. Until next time, guys, peace.